Ferrari's recent struggles in F1 have raised eyebrows, especially with Lewis Hamilton set to join the team in 2025. Fans and experts are wondering if Hamilton's bold move could backfire given Ferrari's current issues. Hamilton's recent comments have only added to the intrigue, revealing surprising insights about his upcoming switch. Lewis Hamilton has shared that he feels a bit nervous about moving to Ferrari, but is excited about the challenge. After over 10 years with Mercedes, where he became one of the most successful driver-team duos in Formula One history, Hamilton is set to join Ferrari for the 2025 season. Hamilton will start a new 3-year contract with Ferrari, which includes a pay raise and a role as an ambassador for the Ferrari brand. His Mission 44 initiative, which supports young people from underrepresented backgrounds, will also be part of this new chapter. Despite the exciting changes, Hamilton is keeping his focus on his final season with Mercedes, showing respect for his current team. He admitted that moving to Ferrari is both exciting and a bit intimidating. He told Martin Brundle that this change will bring new experiences and challenges. It's going to be new. It's also daunting because it's new territory, a new experience, and it's going to be challenging. But I like challenges, Hamilton said. He expects Ferrari to be very different from the British teams he's been with. The 2 teams I've been in have been British teams, so I'm going into a completely different culture in Italy, he explained. Hamilton noted that British and Italian cultures are quite different. While Brits tend to be quieter and more reserved, Italians are known for their passionate and emotional approach. Hamilton also mentioned it will feel strange to race against the cars he's been closely associated with for the past 12 years, especially Mercedes. Of course, everything will feel strange because I've been at Mercedes for so long, so it will be really strange, he said. Hamilton says no fear of becoming an outsider at Mercedes. As Lewis Hamilton approaches the end of his time with Mercedes, he doesn't think the team's atmosphere will change much. Despite the team focusing on the 2025 car's development, Hamilton feels still very involved. When asked if he feels like an outsider because Mercedes is preparing for the future without him, Hamilton replied, "I don't think so." He continued, "So far I've been really hands-on and very involved in the development of this car. I think that's the only way we can work this year." Hamilton reassured that he hasn't been pushed aside and is still actively contributing to the team's efforts. "I didn't hide anything from them and they didn't hide anything from me. I want the team to be successful, even when I'm not there," he said. Reflecting on their recent successes, Hamilton expressed gratitude and pride in his role within the team, saying, "I think given the success we've had recently, I'm a part of that and I'm very grateful and proud to be a part of that." Hamilton rejects Ferrari requests ahead of 2025 move. Lewis Hamilton has revealed he's had to turn down certain requests as he prepares for his move to Ferrari. The Mercedes driver stunned the F1 world by announcing his switch to Ferrari just weeks before the 2024 season begins, ending his successful tenure with Mercedes. Hamilton, who has won 6 of his 7 world titles with Mercedes, is looking forward to a fresh start and new challenges at Ferrari after facing a tough few years with his current team. Despite his excitement, Hamilton has had to politely refuse some requests from Ferrari fans, as he's still under contract with Mercedes. With the Italian Grand Prix at Monza approaching, Hamilton has been asked to engage with Ferrari supporters, but he's been cautious. "My Italian is definitely not very good," Hamilton admitted. "It's probably the same as it was when I was karting, which wasn't great. Some fans have asked me to sign Ferrari caps, but I've had to say, no, it's too early. I've signed a few, but it's a bit soon for too much of that." He added that he's been keeping an eye on Ferrari's progress and is impressed with their storied history, even as he navigates his final months with Mercedes. Should Hamilton regret his 2025 Ferrari F1 move amidst Ferrari's mid-2024 problems? Ferrari's impressive start to the 2024 Formula One season seemed to justify Lewis Hamilton's decision to join the team for 2025. However, as Ferrari has recently fallen to 4th place and struggled with car issues like proposing, while Mercedes has adapted well to F1's ground effect regulations, the situation has shifted. Despite these changes, Hamilton remains confident in his choice. He has consistently brushed off concerns about needing his decision validated, stating, "I don't feel like I need my decision vindicating," as he did in China back in April. His conviction in the decision is unwavering, even with the dramatic shift in team performance. Hamilton is undoubtedly aware of the evolving dynamics between Ferrari and Mercedes. The changing fortunes of both teams might have crossed his mind, but it's unlikely to have significantly altered his perspective. The decision to move was made after careful consideration, and Hamilton understood the potential risks of joining a team that might not be as competitive as Mercedes. The long-term factors were crucial for Hamilton. He saw value in the rebuild of Ferrari under team principal Fred Vasseur and the positive trends from the start of his tenure. The need for a fresh challenge and a change of environment were important aspects of his decision. A few challenging races for Ferrari won't alter his view on the bigger picture or his commitment to the team for 2025. Lewis Hamilton will undoubtedly be keeping a close eye on Ferrari's progress after the August break. The team's upgrade package, introduced at the Spanish Grand Prix, initially showed promise but led to increased bouncing, complicating the intended improvements. Ferrari's new parts performed well within certain limits, but triggered a period where the team fell to fourth place, trailing behind its competitors. A minor adjustment was made for the Hungary and Belgium races to address the bouncing issue, but the major floor upgrade needed to fully resolve the problem will only come after the summer break. This situation represents a critical turning point for Ferrari. The upcoming upgrade could potentially resolve the bouncing issue, retain the benefits of the Spanish package, and propel Ferrari back into competitive contention. Conversely, if the solution proves ineffective, the team may continue to struggle with ongoing issues. Carlos Sainz has pointed out that the problem with porpoising was apparent even before the Spanish upgrades, though it was not severe enough to cause major trouble. The more aggressive floor modifications exacerbated the porpoising, making the issue more costly and challenging to manage. Sainz has hinted that his feedback on the bouncing issue may not have been fully considered by the team. In response to questions about whether Ferrari needed to experience these issues to understand the problem better, Sainz suggested that he had raised concerns about the bouncing before the upgrades were introduced. While Sainz didn't elaborate extensively, it seems he believes Ferrari should have addressed the bouncing problem earlier, rather than pursuing a development path that worsened it. The focus now shifts to Ferrari's ability to recover and improve. If the team continues to face difficulties in the latter part of the season, it could raise concerns for Hamilton. However, there remains a strong possibility that Ferrari will overcome these challenges and regain its competitive edge. What Hamilton might decide. Deciding when to switch teams in Formula One is tricky and relies on incomplete information. Lewis Hamilton's career offers one of the best examples of making a successful move. He left McLaren to join Mercedes in 2013, a decision that proved spot on. Mercedes had just begun showing its potential as a winning team, and Hamilton's timing was perfect. The result was a period of extraordinary dominance for Mercedes from 2014 to 2021, with Hamilton securing 6 out of his 7 drivers' titles during that time. As Hamilton prepares to move to Ferrari, there are uncertainties about how the transition will unfold. Ferrari's recent struggles don't necessarily mean that the team's ability to compete for titles in the future is compromised. Technical progress in Formula One is rarely smooth and continuous under the current regulations, so short-term performance issues don't always reflect a team's long-term potential. If Ferrari faces continued difficulties over the next few races, it would be understandable if Hamilton had some doubts. However, it's likely that his confidence in his decision remains strong. Hamilton has always been a calculated risk-taker, and he likely considered the long-term benefits of joining Ferrari, despite current challenges. Hamilton's focus will remain on finishing the current season strongly. Performing well this year will set him up for a successful start with Ferrari in 2025, regardless of the team's performance at the time. The decision is made, and Hamilton's priority is to continue delivering top performances, ensuring that he's ready to hit the ground running with his new team. So, what do you think of Lewis Hamilton moving to Ferrari? Comment below your views and subscribe for more such videos.